Hello friends and family YouTube channel, the South Witch here, coming to you with my next video. Hope everybody's enjoying my videos. Hope everybody's enjoying my channel. Like, share, subscribe, tell your friends. When I checked into my settings of my YouTube account night before last, I have 30 subscribers. I have over 3 million views on my shorts. Please, 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 South Witch is begging you, please subscribe. You can go back and unsubscribe later. Really trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Help a witch out here. Send you some good luck when you do. Hey, the good luck's worth it. Look at it that way. Okay, with that being said, in today's video, I want to talk a little bit about the different types of witches. I do apologize because you cannot see the pieces of paper that have the different types of witches written on it. I will try to get the camera closer before the video's over. I have been working on this particular video for 3 weeks. 3 weeks ago, I put this up and started prepping for this video. And a lot has happened in my life since then, and some changes went on here and there. Had a lot to do, have not had time to come back to it until now. Said, okay, let's do this now. Let's get this video over with so I can take this down and move on to the next video. I have mentioned in previous videos, it does get hard to come up with material because there is not a single thing I can tell you about witchcraft or spells or anything that you can't Google and find somewhere else online. Whether it's YouTube, Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, TikTok, it's all on all of them. So I hear. I'm not on Twitter or TikTok. Know people that are, of course. I just choose not to. So it is hard to come up with new material. The Blackberry video I did, yeah, that was cool. A cool idea, I thought. So stuff like that, you know, I do videos that do not pertain to witchcraft because it is hard to come up with new material. But hey, I'm having fun with it and doing whatever works for me. So nothing's wrong with that, I don't feel like. So in this video, I want to talk about the different types of witches. Now, I do not know if the old school witches put themselves in a category or gave themselves a title, name, however you want to say that. I don't know for sure. I'm going to guess that they probably didn't. I'm also going to guess, because I don't know the facts, I'm also going to guess that probably this cosmic and hedge and green witch and all that, the different types of names for witches, came from Wiccan. Again, if somebody wants to check the facts on that, please do, but I don't know for sure. So, you know, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to act like I know something that I don't. The South Witch is very honest. In fact, the South Witch is brutally honest. If you know me, you know that. Don't ask me if you don't want to know, because I will not sugarcoat it. I will not beat around the bush. I'm going to tell you it's black, whether you want to know it's black or not. So I am honest. So same thing. If there's something else in the video that I mentioned that I don't know for sure the facts about, I will say that I don't know for sure. So let's get started. One type of witch is a hedge witch. I do not remember a lot of the definitions of a hedge witch because it's been some time ago when I had checked into it or looked it up. I did not look it up today. One of the definitions is of a hedge witch is spending a lot of time in nature, digging their own roots. They like to dance naked in the woods. They spend a lot of time outdoors. That's about all I got on that one. Sorry. I am going to say I am sorry. That's about all I got on that one. Kitchen witch. Kitchen witch spends a lot of time in their kitchen. They make their own pies and cakes, and they spin their magic into their kitchen works. They make their own treats and offerings to their deities and rituals and spells. They make a lot of their own food. Makes sense if you think about it. Okay, because of the herbs, being able to mix the herbs, knowing a lot about herbs would help you in making things in the kitchen because you would know what would work with what food. Good concept, I do believe. Cosmic witch is another one. Cosmic witch is into tarot cards, astrology, purple. I want to say that came to my mind. Purple. That's about all I got on cosmic witch. Cottage witch. Cottage witch keeps her cottage tidy and makes her own, like sewing. It makes their own decorations and makes their own stuff to use in their craft. Real crafty at sewing and making things, and creative at making things. That's your definition of a cottage witch. Green witch. Green witches are into plants, growing their own plants, growing their own herbs, having their own herb gardens. Being really good with plants. Heard all my life a green thumb. So yeah, green witches have green thumbs, I'm going to assume. Probably not, but they're really good at plants and planting their own herbs, their own herb gardens, tending their gardens. So that's about it, folks. I know I went through it kind of fast, but hedge witch, kitchen witch, green witch, cosmic witch, cottage witch are the different types of witches. I don't believe in putting myself in a stereotype or even giving myself a title, so to speak, or a name, other than, of course, the South Witch. That had a lot to do with the Wizard of Oz and my Southern heritage. So I don't consider myself a certain one. I am all of them. So you can just consider me a general witch because I have a little bit of every one of them in my practice, or using a bit of every one of them in my practice. I've always grown my own plants. I'm not going to say I've got a green thumb or that I'm the greatest at it. But I'm pretty good with my plants. I've always grown my own plants. Now I'm starting an herb garden, which I have never done. We'll see how that works out. Kitchen witch, yes, I can cook, but I do not that much. So don't mistake can't with don't. Just never was a big cooking person. I can if I have to, or if I'm hungry, or holidays, I might make pies and things, and my grandchildren's birthday parties and whatnot. But on a regular basis, no, I'm not a big cook. So very little kitchen witch in me. The cottage witch, yes. I have always been clean and tidy and creative about making my own Halloween decorations, Samhain decorations. I make a lot of my own props. Years ago, I had big Halloween parties before we had online and never had a Walmart in my town. It was hard to find adult costumes for Halloween parties and decorations, so I had to make a lot of my own stuff. So I'm creative that way. And the witches, my witches in the house and my headless horseman, they've been in videos. I made those. So yeah, a little creative in making things. A bit of a cottage witch there. Cosmic witch, yes. I was reading my horoscope my entire life before I started my practice. So always interested in astrology and horoscopes and the planets. And so yes, I just have a little bit of all of them in me, so I'm a general witch. That's how I look at that. And solo witch, you know, not in a coven. If anybody has any questions about any of this, I say it in a lot of videos, message me, comment, ask your question. If you have any intakes, which is on any of this that I mentioned in this video, let me know. Always open for suggestions and comments and questions. Not bad ones, but good ones. I hope everybody's enjoying my videos, enjoying my channel. Again, please like, subscribe, tell your friends. Please subscribe. Hope everybody has a good rest of your day. Look forward to seeing you in my next video. Love and light.